Are you into Squatch movies?
Squatch Watcher?
Do you like Bigfoot movies? Because this isn't one. This movie has zero to do with Bigfoot or Sasquatch, despite the title. It also doesn't even have a bride, but this is Bigfoot's Bride. Right out the gate, it's important if you're gonna watch this movie, don't wear headphones because the audio is absolutely atrocious and it will blow your speakers like it did mine. Eric Wolford, the director, writer, he's the location scout, he's the sound editor.
He had a lot of credits. He was highly accredited.
This is how you make a big name for yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Put 50 credits on a movie with your own name.
You make it for yourself.
Go to Fiverr, get a better sound guy.
Get a sound guy.
Like I had mentioned, this movie doesn't really have anything to do with Bigfoot. Why it's called Bigfoot's Bride, why it has a poster it does, which looks great, love the poster art. It's not a Bigfoot movie whatsoever. No. It's not about Bigfoot. The creature in the movie is not supposed to be Bigfoot. It's like a guy named Fred who has transformed into this mutant of some sort and could be an alien because at the end we see him with a laser gun.
Maybe he's a mutant from the future. So then who's Fred? There's a lot of unanswered questions here.
There's not even any questions either.
Nobody, I'm asking. Nobody else is asking.
Okay.
There's nothing posed. Nothing interesting happened.
This has to be one of the worst Bigfoot movies ever. Or at least it's...
movies.
Because nothing interesting happens.
Oh, but it took a while to get there though, Jay. Let me tell you that much. Because, yes. I mean, you ever see a fish get filleted? Like, I remember learning to do it and then doing it in a shorter time span than this movie showed it to me.
Literally everything that happens in this film, they show at great length. There are probably 10 lines of dialogue total.
There's something out there. It's like a bear or something. Or something. I don't know what it is.
Bigfoot has murdered a couple guys at like a camp.
I'll take that stick and stick it up your ass crack, boy.
Well, that's just rude.
So he's already like, fuck it, I'm going on a rampage now. And he's also looking for a bride. A girl breaks up with her boyfriend, David, her fiance.
Baby, fuck you, David! Hey, don't you...
Throws the ring down. He picks it up and he's like, fuck, I'm gonna propose to a girl.
Right, because yeah, he's like, he understands human culture really well.
But not before smelling her pee and trying to put on her little tiny shorts, which he obviously can't fit into.
This is courtship, Jay. Part of the dance.
When we first see him, we're like, what is this? You see the side of his head and he's like, oh, it's a guy from The Hills Have Eyes or something. And he's got this pimped out ghillie suit wearing jeans.
Yeah, there's a backstory here, right? Like, why is he wearing these clothes? It's not because he went to a thrift store.
I'm gonna pop some tags, only got $20 in my pocket.
And he's afraid of himself. He doesn't like the way that he looks. Something has disfigured his face to some degree that we're not aware of, we don't learn of. But he sees a mask and he's like, I love this mask because I can wear it and maybe she'll like me if I wear the mask, which doesn't come into play. He never wears the mask. He approaches her at some point and she is not like interested, obviously.
Amazingly. Yeah, he was such a romantic beast.
What do you mean? You don't want to fucking marry me? Well, I'll grab your little tongue and rip it right out.
Fuck you.
It looks like one of those sticky hands that you get from the quarter machines back in the day.
Yeah.
So that's like the main girl of the whole movie.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna win. She didn't win.
There was like a guy who had met her at her camp.
I thought he was gonna win.
Now what in the blue blazes are you doing out here all alone?
And he ended up shooting her in the side, so like...
He killed her.
So not only was Bigfoot, or whatever, what do we call him? His name is Fred, so we'll just call him Fred, because I'm not calling him Bigfoot anymore.
He's not fucking Bigfoot. He had big feet, I guess.
Yeah, and his hands looked like orangutan hands.
Clearly fucking deformed from some sort of chemical reaction.
He had boils all over his head, which the makeup was fine on his head.
That looked really cool. If it was like Freak Mutant from the Future Bride, it would have been a better title.
They tried to do some gore. It is so thrown off by both the audio and whoever decided to use fucking pencil crayons on this movie and just drew the blood.
It hurt. Like, it was so bad.
Go on YouTube, find blood splatter green screen. Just take that, key it out, and you got better blood.
It's fine. You made a movie, you tried. I'm sure they tried.
Who's there?
We forgot to mention the worst part about this movie, other than the sound. The whole look of the movie.
And isn't it ironic? Don't you think?
Got this weird little shadow box around everything.
Was I watching this on a projection screen?
It looks like this movie was made to look like it was from the 70s from somebody who's never watched a movie from the 70s, but also have a VHS like distortion. Okay, so are we on film or are we on fucking VHS? We actually did a full commentary for this, so you can hear our full reactions. Link to the Patreon in the description.
In real time!
And at the beginning of the movie, we're like, wow, this is great. It's really capturing that like VHS look. And then it cuts to like this.
Wait a minute, now I'm in the 70s? It felt like it was VHS and then it was projector. And there was no reason for it. And the frames came and they went.
At the end of the movie, the old guy who shot our main lead finds like a random shack or something, which in the credits I caught was like cave. They called that a cave.
Wait, what?
It said the woman in the cave.
It was clearly a fucking
Shed or
auto
something.
shop.
Yeah, and so there's two girls like hanging out, and he walks in there and he sees his little skeleton boy, and he's like, fuck, what happened to this skeleton boy?
Oh my god, I'm gonna spend 20 minutes examining it.
When 2 feet away there are tied up women like dying, and he could have saved them. And he does untie them.
He tries.
And one of them is pregnant.
No. Get her out. She's pregnant.
Here we
That
go.
is potentially Bigfoot's bride because she runs, the other girl dies, the old man dies, and the pregnant woman goes and takes a trip down the rapids, I guess, survives somehow.
As you do.
She washes up on shore, and a little baby, Bigfoot baby,
Like, you know how babies are born? How they just like
burst out. They just do the never-ending story, hand up.
Falcor.
In the credits, it actually says like baby Bigfoot. So they are trying to say that this guy's a Bigfoot, not a Bigfoot. And then this is when he warps out.
In case you were confused about this movie, our mutant Bigfoot actually was trans-dimensional.
And that's the movie. The only recognizable person in the cast is Jordan Phipps.
You didn't recognize.
It's
But that's
unfortunate.
his fault, not hers.
Who I did like in Close
Hit them
Calls.
cones.
I think you should watch Close Calls. It's a little bit longer, a little bit more non-Bigfoot oriented, but it does have Jordan Phipps.
I don't know. I like to drink and watch it. It was fine.
Well, I hated watching it. I was actually like getting so mad, and I even tweeted the fucking director for like blowing my headphones because we did this while doing a commentary. We had to like take off the headphones for long parts of this movie because it was so fucking loud and excruciating.
Stop, please.
But the dialogue was really quiet.
Make sure your walkie's on. Get something, let me know. I hope you clean it. Okay, good luck.
Thank God I didn't fix it because I would be deaf right now.
It's brutal. So I would not recommend this whatsoever. There's nothing redeemable about this movie, so I'm gonna give this 0.5 hunters looking like they're tennis referees out of 5.
I will give this movie 0.5 mutant proposal rehearsals out of 5.
As always, thank you for watching. Like this video, comment below with your thoughts on the film if you've seen it. If you haven't and you do want to check it out, it's free on YouTube, but I would highly recommend going to our Patreon, getting the commentary, and watching it along with us. And if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, stay up to date with everything here on Bloodbath TV.